Nestled amidst the towering pines of the Plumas National Forest in California, lies the quaint and picturesque town of Keddie. This small mountain town, with its serene beauty and rustic charm, has long been a haven for those seeking an escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. Keddie was a tranquil mountain town, a place where time seemed to slow down and the worries of the world felt a million miles away. The air was crisp and clean, the landscape dotted with charming cabins and lush greenery. Its serene beauty and rustic charm attracted vacationers seeking respite from city life. Families would come to Keddie to enjoy the simple pleasures of nature, hiking through the forest trails, fishing in the clear mountain streams, and gathering around campfires under the starlit sky. The town was known for its friendly residents, its peaceful atmosphere, and the promise of a simpler way of life. Neighbors knew each other by name, and there was a strong sense of community that bound everyone together. It was a place where doors were left unlocked, and children played freely in the streets. However, this tranquility was shattered on the night of April 11, 1981. The peaceful facade of Keddie was forever altered by a series of events that would come to be known as the Keddie Cabin Murders. On the morning of April 12, 1981, 12-year-old Sheila Sharp returned home to cabin 28 after spending the night at a friend's house. The sun had just begun to rise, casting a gentle glow over the serene surroundings of the Keddie Resort. Sheila, unaware of the nightmare that awaited her, approached her home with the innocence of a child who had enjoyed a night of fun and laughter. Nothing could have prepared her for the horrific scene that awaited her. As she opened the door, the air was thick with an eerie silence, a stark contrast to the usual warmth and comfort of her family home. Inside, she found her family brutally murdered. The sight was beyond comprehension, a scene of unimaginable horror that would be etched into her memory forever. Her mother, Sue Sharp, her brother John, and his friend Dana Wingate had been bound, tortured, and murdered. The brutality of the crime was evident in the way the victims had been treated, their bodies bearing the marks of a prolonged and agonizing ordeal. The crime scene was chaotic and bloody, a testament to the sheer brutality inflicted upon the victims. Blood spattered the walls and floor, and the disarray of the room spoke volumes about the violence that had taken place. Adding to the horror, Sheila made another chilling discovery. Her brothers, Rick and Greg, and their friend, Justin Smart, were unharmed, but shaken. The boys had been in a separate room, spared from the violence that had claimed the lives of their loved ones. However, 12-year-old Tina Sharp, Sheila's older sister, was missing. The absence of Tina added a new layer of terror to the already horrifying scene. The presence of the unharmed children, coupled with Tina's disappearance, only deepened the mystery surrounding the crime. Questions swirled in the minds of investigators and the community alike. Why were some spared while others were brutally killed? And where was Tina? The scene that unfolded in cabin 28 that day was a horrifying tableau of violence and despair. It was a scene that defied logic and understanding, leaving those who witnessed it grappling with a sense of disbelief and horror. It was a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most idyllic settings. The Keddie Resort, once a place of peace and tranquility, was now tainted by the shadow of this gruesome crime. The brutality of the murders, coupled with the unknown fate of young Tina, left an indelible mark on the community of Keddie and beyond. The residents, once bound by a sense of safety and camaraderie, now found themselves united by fear and grief. The case, with its unsettling blend of violence and mystery, continues to fascinate and haunt, a grim reminder of the evil that men do. Decades later, the memory of that fateful day lingers, a chilling testament to the fragility of life and the ever-present potential for darkness in the human soul. The Plumas County Sheriff's Department immediately launched an investigation into the murders. However, the initial response was marred by missteps and a lack of urgency. Evidence was mishandled, and the crime scene was not properly secured, leading to contamination and potential loss of crucial clues. The authorities initially treated the crime as a local issue, failing to recognize the possibility of a more sophisticated or serial offender. The lack of a coordinated and focused approach in the crucial early hours allowed valuable time to slip away, potentially hindering the identification and apprehension of the perpetrator or perpetrators. The local community, already reeling from the shock of the murders, grew increasingly disillusioned with the authorities' handling of the investigation. The perceived mishandling of the Keddie Cabin Murders case would cast a long shadow over the investigation. It fueled speculation, eroded public trust, and ultimately hampered the pursuit of justice for the victims and their families. The initial investigation serves as a stark reminder of the importance of a swift, coordinated, and thorough response to serious crimes, especially in the critical early stages. As investigators delved deeper into the Keddie Cabin murders, they uncovered a series of unusual clues that only deepened the mystery. The victims had been bound with medical tape and electrical wire, suggesting a degree of planning and premeditation. 2 hammers, later determined to be the murder weapons, were found at the scene, indicating that more than one assailant may have been involved in the murders. Adding to the perplexity, there were no signs of forced entry into the cabin, suggesting that the victims may have known their attacker or attackers, or that the perpetrator or perpetrators had access to the cabin. This led investigators to consider the unsettling possibility that the perpetrators were known to the victims, adding a layer of betrayal to the already horrific crime. Alternatively, the attackers might have had prior knowledge of the cabin's layout and security, suggesting a well-planned invasion. The discovery of the bloody footprint added another layer of complexity. This footprint, which did not match any of the victims or known suspects, hinted at the presence of an unknown individual at the crime scene. This clue opened up a myriad of possibilities, from an additional accomplice to a witness who had not come forward. The footprint became a focal point for investigators, symbolizing the elusive nature of the truth in this case. The Keddie Cabin murders were not just a case of brutal violence. They were a puzzle with pieces that did not easily fit together. The combination of meticulous planning, the use of specific materials, the potential involvement of multiple assailants, and the mysterious footprint created a scenario that was as perplexing as it was horrifying. Each clue uncovered seemed to lead to more questions rather than answers, deepening the enigma. Over the years, the unanswered questions and strange clues have kept the case alive in the public's imagination. Theories have abounded, from personal vendettas to random acts of violence, but none have provided a definitive answer. The Keddie Cabin murders remain a haunting reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind closed doors, and the enduring mystery continues to captivate those who seek to uncover the truth. The case stands as a testament to the complexities of human nature and the often unfathomable motives that drive individuals to commit such heinous acts. Thank you for spending time with us today on Spookscope. We hope you enjoyed your journey with us. Feel free to share your thoughts and theories in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends and family. Until next time, my dear friend, stay curious.